Let me ask you something most people never ask themselves. If you know you should be saving money, why are you not? If you know debt is dangerous, why do you keep spending? If you know investing early is one of the most powerful things you can do for your future, why have you not started? This is not a knowledge problem. You already know what you are supposed to do. This is a brain problem. And today, we are going to expose what is actually happening inside your head. The hidden mental programs running in the background that are quietly keeping you broke no matter how hard you try. Most financial advice treats money like a math problem. Spend less than you earn, invest the difference, repeat for 30 years. Simple, clean, logical. And yet, the average person has less than $1,000 in savings. Consumer debt keeps rising, and most people are one emergency away from financial stress. So why is the math not working? Because humans do not run on math. We run on emotions, habits, instincts, and ancient survival wiring that has no idea what investing even is. Your brain was built for a world where threats were lions, not credit card interest, where status meant survival, not a luxury car on a payment plan. And until you understand how your brain is sabotaging your finances, you will keep working against yourself. So let us break it down. Let us start with the most fundamental problem. Your brain runs on a reward system, and that system is obsessed with now. When you buy something, anything, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical linked to pleasure, reward, and excitement. It feels good. But here is what most people do not know. The dopamine does not come from owning the thing. It comes from anticipating it, from wanting it, from imagining it. That is why shopping feels exciting, why opening a package feels good, why even adding something to your cart triggers a reaction. Your brain is getting a reward before the reward even exists. You are not addicted to spending. You are addicted to the feeling of spending. And saving, investing, paying off debt, none of that gives you an immediate reward. In fact, it feels like loss. You watch money leave your account, and your brain reacts as if something is being taken from you. This is not just a metaphor. Studies show that financial loss activates the same areas of the brain as physical pain. So every time you try to save, your brain pushes back. It sees money leaving and says, stop. And every time you spend, it says, do that again. This is called present bias. The tendency to overvalue immediate rewards and ignore future ones. Here's a simple example. Would you rather have $100 today or $110 in a week? Most people take the 100, even though waiting is the smarter decision. Now imagine that same bias, repeated over years. That is the difference between staying stuck and building wealth. So what do? You stop relying on willpower, because this is not a willpower problem, it is a biology problem. Instead, you design your system, automate your savings, move money before you see it, make the decision once, so your brain does not have to make it every time. Pay yourself first, every single time. Now let us talk about the spending that really destroys wealth. Not survival spending, not even enjoyment, status. Here is something uncomfortable. A lot of what you buy is not for you. It is for other people. It is a signal, a performance. And the truth is, most people are not paying as much attention as you think. Humans are wired for comparison. We constantly measure ourselves against others. We see someone upgrade, and we feel behind. We scroll online, and suddenly our life feels smaller. So we respond, we upgrade, we spend, we try to match what we see. Because deep down, our brain is trying to say, I belong here. For most of human history, status meant survival. But today, that instinct is being used against you. You are not buying products, you are buying signals. And your brain is wired to want them. Here is the truth most people never say. Real wealth is invisible. The people who look rich often are not. And the people who are actually wealthy often look average. They stopped performing wealth. And they started building it. So next time you want to buy something, pause. Ask yourself one question. Am I buying this because I want it or because of how it will make me look? That question alone can save you thousands over time. Now let us talk about scarcity, because this is where things get deeper. When money is tight, your brain changes, not metaphorically, literally. Studies show that financial stress reduces your cognitive capacity. It is like losing sleep. It makes it harder to think clearly, plan ahead, and control impulses. And your brain goes into survival mode. It focuses only on the immediate problem. Bills, expenses, urgency. Everything else disappears. Long-term thinking, gone. Planning, gone. Self-control, weakened. So people make decisions that seem irrational, but they are not. They are reactions from a brain under pressure. And here's the trap. Those decisions often make the situation worse, which increases stress, which leads to more bad decisions. It becomes a loop. And even when the situation improves, the mindset often stays. Because scarcity is not just a situation. It becomes an identity, a way of thinking, a default mode. You can earn more and still feel broke, still avoid your bank account, still feel anxiety around money. That is not reality. That is programming. And the people who break out of this learn to separate feeling from fact. They look at numbers. They make decisions based on data, not fear. And finally, the deepest layer, identity. Your brain is built to stay consistent with who you think you are. If you believe you are bad with money, your actions will match that. If you believe wealth is not for you, your behavior will reinforce that. You will avoid, delay, self-sabotage without even realizing it. Because your brain is protecting your identity. And that is why information alone does not change people. Because the problem is not knowledge, it is self-concept. You cannot act like a wealthy person if you do not see yourself as one. So the real work is not just changing behavior. It is changing identity, shifting from I am bad with money to I am learning to manage money well, from investing is not for people like me to this is something I do. Because identity comes first and behavior follows. Let us bring this together. Your brain is not broken, but it is outdated. It is chasing short-term rewards, reacting to social pressure, struggling under stress, and holding on to old beliefs. None of this is your fault, but it is your responsibility. Because the real gap is not math, it is psychology, and psychology can change. You can build systems, you can question your impulses, you can reframe your thinking, and you can rewrite your identity. This is the real game. And now, you understand it.